Hi guys, this is the new ISO that will be released in a few days. So the one from November is going a little bit earlier due to holidays that are planned. And we have here the Xanmod Edge. It doesn't really show anymore in the naming, but if you do this one, Linux Xanmod, then you know what you have on your system. So it is about Linux Xanmod. There is something on your machine. If you want it, it's there. Get something. Get Nemesis on ArcoLinux, get Nemesis on ATT. So it's twice. Once because we're on ArcoLinux, and once because we have the ArcoLinux tweak tool. Because when we go with the tweak tool to Garuda, to Archcraft, to anything Arch based, right? We can get the Nemesis script. Now what's this about? It's a way to change any distro to your distro. This wallpaper is ugly. The menu is not at the top. The icons are disaster, right? And on it goes, right? It's every person has their own opinion how an operating system should look. Go and change it. Now you can change it the easy way, right? Or you can say, why not make everything in scripts? And that's the thing, right? You can actually go to personal. If I'm on ArcoLinux, I do extra. If I am on ALCI, I do this. If there is a keyboard, Corsair keyboard, then I can set my coloring. If I'm on Orizer, if I'm on Kali, if I'm on OS, in Endeavor OS, if I'm Garuda, and I can keep on making these little scripts, then remove this, then add this, then change this, then do that. And then, doesn't take a lot of work. I just run 0. The current choices is basically a list of the things I want on the system. At this time, I will run remove software. There are things on the ArcoLinux ISO I do not need, driver-wise or anything software-wise, right? You see things in here that say don't want it. Remove it. Sudo pacman -r, rs, rdd. Go and have a look. What does it all mean? Arch wiki pacman. We're still talking about Xanmod, right? But this is the intro then. So if I play around, I can hide stuff. And remember, I did something in here, right? So we have the kernel. A kernel has a certain size. Sudo pacman -s at, oh, what am I typing? So used to type it. Linux Xanmod Edge. How much will it cost me? It's 94, yeah, 94 megabytes big, compressed. Okay, but I tell you that this machine only requires actually 50 megabytes of the 94. So if you're up to it, you can actually build your own kernel. And let's see if I can find something else. So Chromium is not there. This is the Alt-R is not there, right? This is the XS, extra small. There's nothing, not very much installed yet. Yeah, I've installed a few things that I require, that I need, but not that much, right? Was it just quick look? I thought as much, right? It is the ArcoLinux XL, but with a switch to Xanmod. That's how it went. XS, extra small, XL, lots of software. All right, 90 megabyte. What's this about? Normally you would go and have a look, right? So you say, okay, sudo pacman modprobe db, no confirm. Then we need to type this, type that, and then enable something. And then it's all gone. Then it's done. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see. Install. Ah yeah, before we go here, I want actually to go to the internet. So there was no Vivaldi, no Chromium. And oh my god, set up in seconds. Go, go, go. Skip this step and skip this step and start browsing. Yes, thank you. So YouTube, find ArcoLinux, right? Don't YouTube here, find ArcoLinux. Okay, then find this little face here, Eric Dubois. Then we're on the channel Eric Dubois. There's also a new thing you can type, ampersand and ampersand. Is that that's the word, huh? And then Eric Dubois. So that's possible as well. And here you search. Don't search up here. Here. So Xanmod. Keep it simple. Why not install, create a Xanmod kernel for your computer system? modprobe db. So 2327, 11 months ago. I've tried this. I've tried it in between, and I got also issues in between. So just know that it's not always working. So I just had this what if to check if it is working now. Right? So it's all about Xanmod. You take the knowledge and you become expert in Linux. Boom. Do these steps. Figured it out upon some point in time. Database, a new database created. Okay, blah blah blah. Created Symlink. The question is always, do I need to restart with these services? Not sure anymore, been too long ago. And then we have the Linux Xanmod Edge. I have 2 files, and that's probably referencing to the number 38. How do we do that again? I believe we have something called CPU or something. CPU. No, not really. I thought that we had an alias for that. Have a look at the name. So if you're wondering, aliases, these are all the aliases that we have. Probably with a C. Let's see if there's something with a C. No. So it might be one of my personal aliases. Because you can make more aliases, of course. But I can do this. Let's see if I can do that. Grep CPU. All right, that's just that one. All right, so no, but it has to do with the number of the Intel processors, because I have Intel computers. And this depends what I choose. Let's do a Xanmod Edge. And let's first have a look. Create Linux Xanmod's number. I think it's 38, this one. I'm not sure. But everything will become clear when I start doing all my stuff here. Okay. So in here, there is a Control H. No, not needed. Then we have this guy. Still busy? Yeah. If open that guy up. And here we have the number 38. Let's see. Well, here we say that I'm number 38, meaning I have a Skylake CPU, and 38 is this line. Skylake. And 35, that's another PC, not this one, and that's Ivy Bridge. And how did I find it again? Oh, I wonder how it was again. Sudo pacman -s. We have something called CPU fetch, CPU power, CPU minix. I think it's this one that provides the information. CPU cap minix. Somewhere in here. And there's a Kaby Lake. Kaby Lake, it says here. All right. So the information is available in machines. And now I'm building on the basis of the database. On the basis of the database. So in Control H .config, we've something new. Where are you? Here he is. the configuration for modprobe. Okay. Ignore NVIDIA and all that. And then the database, which I don't think we can open. Yeah, we can open. Cool. So this is what it thinks I need. These are the modprobe database. Actually, it's a file. But it's checking, okay, these guys need to be in the kernel. Otherwise, this machine won't boot. And that's the modprobe thing. That's interesting, of course, because it will make my kernel smaller if it works, because there are always things to decide, right? Do I need this? I don't know. I'm not a kernel builder, so GCC plugins, yes, no. And then you write down and say, okay, first time around, I didn't know. Does that not ring any bell? GPO, PTX, a thingy? And you say, well, I don't know, no. Analog devices, AMD, no, ADM, not AMD, ADM sensor, not sure, so no, no. Right, to keep it as lean as possible, but it might not boot up later on. And then you remember all your no's and say one of them has to be a yes, right? Or you start Googling, which I'm not very keen on, and finding out what it all means. So, where are we now? This is the source. Linux 6 is here, and the patch is here, and this is the original kernel.org file. Is it, Eric? Is it? Check it. Package build. Where's the source? Control find SORSCE. Source. Find. It's coming from kernel.org. And the rest, the patches, of course, the changes, of course, are coming from Xanmod and the choose GCC optimization as well. Well, that's coming from the AWAR, probably. I don't know. The source. Source, okay, so Linux is here. Changes that they make. We could have a look. Patch, Control C, Control V. Then I can explain you X, patch, can't be extracted. Okay, then it's just a file that we can open. So things will be changed. Plus, plus, plus. Wow, how long is this? Okay. Right, 1,000. Wow, 112,000. So let's say 113,000 lines I should read. If you got the time, please do so, right? But these things will be changed, and here are the differences. This is A and that B. That's the future system. This is gone, and this will be the replacement, and so on, and so on. So this is really too much. So it was just a file, not a extracted, i.e. something you need to extract. Another thing you can do, sudo pacman -s is the other CPU guy. CPU fetch, git, might be interesting. Kaby Lake as well there. And probably it's gonna be more information. No, bugs and all that. We can make some color changes. Full CPU name, capital F. Maybe something to have a look at. Full name doesn't change anything. Capital F only. Voila. But for any machine, and I joked about it a week ago or something, building a kernel is super intensive for the CPU. And it was an old computer system, and somebody said, I'm building a kernel. But yeah, if you do that on an old machine, it really is hurting the machine. So the CPU here is all working, all fully flexing its muscles. This becomes clear, 100% working. Memory is okay, right? But the CPU is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It has to work. A nice thing to have a look at it as well is sudo pacman -s gtop, btop, what are the names again, because they all change always. And we just use these guys, well, to have a nice image, right? Screenshot, voila. Here again, when I burn my, when I built my ISOs, right, it's 16 CPUs here, all 100% going up. Busy, busy. There are other applications like that. What's, oh, don't know anymore. -s Python, top, by Python. No, don't know. But if you don't know, you do want to know. Gonna go here. Top grade, no. Because gtop is here, so that's the only. Gtop is not coming out of here. Okay, top. There was something with Python, but there are so many packages with Python, so that's not helpful. Lots of packages of Python. I think it was bashtop or something, and that was stopped and renamed or something. Bashtop, btop maybe, yeah. Btop, bashtop. There you are. Install. This is the first time ever I'm using the PAMAC here to install software. Yay. Done. And again, the machine is working hard. But here you see how hard. 70 degrees. Right? Unplug it when it becomes 100 or sooner. Up to you. This is also a nice one. I don't know if anybody knows if we can set this thing to be transparent, as I do like my terminals to be a little bit transparent, and in this case btop, I don't know if it allows us to do something. Options. Rounded corners. Okay. What's he doing? He's installing all kinds of things. So we keep watching to the left there. That he's that it's working. Theme background true. Set to false if you want terminal background transparency. Oh, awesome! I found it. Right. Escape. Escape again. This should be by default, right? No? Yeah. Oh, Eric, it's finished. You could have seen it in the CPU usage there. So, ls, what do I have? I have nothing. Well, move inside the folder. Okay, maybe I should have a look like this. But where were we? We were in the data folder, ArcoLinux Nemesis, in the AOR, no, forget about it, in the personal, in the settings, in the kernel, Linux Xanmod. We are there, right? So we created these two guys. How big? 13.2 megabyte, not 90, 13. This one is around 30, and it's still around 30, all right? So all of this can go. I don't need any of these guys. I need these two guys to install, basically. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And we fall back to the Linux kernel. In grub, you select it again, and voila, that will be that. But we need to try it. And if it's not working, you select something else. So these two guys with capital U, you install something. You see the change, right, in megabytes. So the edge headers, as a conclusion, doesn't change that much, right? The headers is pretty much the same. It's here that we are, well, saving hard disk space, right? Okay, yes. This does not have an NVIDIA, so don't need to install things like that. So it's faster now. What I don't need is Broadcom. So if you see these things and say, what this package doing here? Well, for compatibility, so that people have a driver. So Broadcom, I don't have it. Broadcom, I don't have it. And bye. And then we have to stop the video, right? Number 1 of 2, and boot up and hope it works. Cheers.